Hello there, chat. How's everybody doing? Greetings and salutations to you. Hello, Tyro. What's happening? Let's see here. Alright. Twitch says we're excellent. Streamlabs is running optimally. The chat is scrolling, and the game is running. So, I think we're good to go. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started by saying greetings and salutations to you. My name is Featherhoof, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, where, while we've been together for a very long time, the Warrior of Light and the Scions must go their separate ways for a little while. Because, well, Garlemald is in fucking chaos. And the Thralled are going nuts. Because, Xenos gave the order that, like, hey, if Anima falls, go fucking nuts. So they're going fucking nuts. So the Scions have decided to stay behind so that they could, subdue them and unthrall them. And we have decided to follow Xenos and Fandaniel up to the moon. So we're going to go to the moon. Here we go. A trip to the moon. Fly me to the moon. My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of elegant design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. Now let us turn to the task at hand. As Heidelin said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Xenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits you, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky. Okay. Hey, Liz. Well, watch, we're gonna get to the moon and find out it's not a moon at all. It's a battle station. Scotty, one to beam up. I wish.
Long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
The Sea of Stars, Mare Lamentorum. Hooray! Okay. Oh, hello! Is that all moons are in this universe? Is moons in this universe just like, you know, big prisons? Is that just what they do with moons in this world? It's like, well, we need some place to put a primal. Let's make a moon. That sounds like a good idea. We had Dalamud, we have the moon. Although I do love this image with the source in the background like that. Maybe. Probably, yeah. But how close do you need to be to this stupid thing? Oh, there we go. It's gonna be like the Marvel Comics Earth, where it's like the whole, it's like holding a big celestial egg inside of it or some shit. I return. I must return. Why? Why? What the fuck? Are you serious? Are we playing Psychonauts here? we gotta defeat its lingering grief. There's one of the new cactars in the background. Show off. Ellie! Aw, leave the new cactars alone. Home. I need pizza? Cheesecake. What do you need? Tell me! Don't be cryptic about it! Ah, that was our problem. He said no touchy. No touchy. You can look, but no touch. That's gonna cost extra. In cerulean halls, find me. Hey there, Angel. Well, I want to go check out the new cactars first. Then I'll go find you. Whatever the fuck that is. Look at these big new floppy cactars. And you're an eyeball. Ah! Eyeball saw me! Who would have known that the moon was so damn pretty? Even has its own crystal tower, sort of. That was the joke, Tyro. We're gonna meet Uatu? We got the Watcher? What? No steps echo through the looming spire save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. Search for the Watcher's Palace for the source of the voice. Okay. Come on, Christmas bear! That person's got some pretty nice digs. I'll tell you what. You know, I got a little balcony so they can watch themselves. You know, it's like, ah, so that's what I do all day. And then they got a balcony to look at their balcony. So they're like, ah, so that's what it looks like when I'm watching myself doing stuff all day. Hi, how you doing? Apologies. I have been preoccupied for quite some time, and am out of practice at conversation. Ever since this moon was created by Hydaelyn, I have served as an integral part. I am the Watcher. Hey there, Secretary! I am responsible for the prisoner and the devices that hold him fast. Ooh, so is this Zodiark? Zodiark himself, a projection of the moon's core. Though rests sundered by Hydaelyn, he grows more powerful with every rejoining. 7 there have been, 7 too many. And yet, for all his servants' machinations, he remains incomplete. The fallen are beyond salvation. No attempt would be made to free Zodiark, not until he is whole once more. But someone has taken action. The shackles that hold him nearly shattered. 6 locks to his jail, great and grand. Gargantuan swords driven deep, brands to bind Zodiark forevermore. 5 were destroyed by his would-be liberator. 1 of these I have restored. I strive to mend the remaining 4, but my efforts are being impeded. Souls sacrificed to summon Zodiark. The manifestation consequence of the waning seal. They labor in opposition to my work. They must be expelled for the preservation of all. So what you're saying is, you want somebody, maybe me, to cause stabbity death? Okay. If keeping Zodiark in prison is the right thing to do, I will aid you. If I will only resort to expelling them if all else fails. Yeah. I don't know, these both feel like wishy-washy answers to me. It's like, when do the Warrior of Light, lose their resolve here? Well, I got some bad news for you, Angel. If you don't already own an account, you won't be joining in the Stabby Death for a little while. They actually put out a thing today where Yoshi P had to make this big old apology where it's like it's like for people with doing the free trial or people who don't already own the game, they're sort of halting production at the moment. Because of server congestion and everything. So until they get that figured out, they're only people with existing accounts, more or less, are the only ones allowed to play at the moment. And even if you already have an account for the free trial, you're only allowed to play on non-peak hours. I never played a single Final Fantasy game. Well, you're missing out. There are a lot of good ones. There were some bad ones too, but there were a lot of great ones. Of that I have no doubt. You are her chosen. Why are you so tall? I am the watcher and the jailer. I am not the judge. Ah, no pooping! And hello there, knight. Greetings and salutations. Ventus Knight. Hello, Ventus. Greetings and salutations to you. Know this. Hydaelyn commands the forces of stasis, and this moon is the product of such power. So long as Zodiac remains imprisoned in this place, no more sacrifices will be made in his name, nor will those souls rendered up in his name fade into oblivion. Go, meet with these wandering spirits. Do what you think is right. You know, if the rejoining means that we get to rejoin with all our other previous sundered souls and become an ancient once again, and to get to be all big and awesome like that, maybe it might be worth it. What? There's a mender in here? Where? Oh. Yeah, there's a merchant slash mender down there. What? Eee, plonk. Just a pillar. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Weaker than what I got. Okay. Good to know, though. Ah, okay. It's like it's a different colored Skaven spear. Okay. Bed. I got a tiny 2 griffin? What? What do you mean you have a tiny 2 griffin? You must confront those lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms. A feather touch, a firm word, simple methods may send them away, faint echoes as they are. Wear the strength of sentiment that drives them, however, emotions that do not fade even with the passage of centuries. And make haste, though yet distant, unwelcome guests draw closer. I got this! Whee! Plonk. Hello, fated spirit. How are you doing? Are you okay? Do you need to have a talk and discuss your feelings and your unfinished business so that you can move on to the next life? What the fuck is that? What mount is that over there? Oof. No plush I got as a gift in my Happy Meal. It's a tiny good. I see. Where? When? How long? Well, that was easy. We're seeing the return of Therapist Featherhoof from Stormblood. Remember that shit? Where I was like the apparently the best therapist of all by just standing there and staring at them. I don't know if anyone remembers that except for me, but... Was it truly so long ago? Man, we're good at this! Woo! I'm helping all these ghosts to just move on. We were happy, at peace with the star. We nurtured it, helped it grow, with our will, our creations. Yeah! We are just so... No one's a greater therapist than us. We are so good. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Hey there, Somber. Oh, that's adorable. We were the star's beating heart, its life. Every soul a drop of blood flowing through its veins. To live, to learn, to create, to make better. The star flourished, as did we. Do you remember? No. No. I may have been Azim once, but I don't have those memories no mo. As the whisper dies, the final spirit fades. No shadows of times long lost remain around the drowning brand. Set that one. Oh! What the fuck? An unusually lustrous dog is gazing at you with what seems to be fond anticipation. I think that was the mount I saw go by a minute ago. It appears to be waiting for you to follow it. Is that a fact? You need to be taken to the groomers. You have too much hair. Follow the lustrous dog and try not to fall behind. Where are we going, lustrous doggy? Where are you taking me? Ooh, a path. I'm starting to overtake you, doggy. Are you leading me into a trap? You better not be leading me into a trap, doggy. Haha, now you're following me! Ooh, moon mantises! Which also look cool. Ha! I beat you. I win. Oh, fine. The dog silently regards the spirit that lurks near the brand. You want me to stabby death it? We and the star were fulfilled, wanting for naught, mourned for naught. So why did it have to end? Hello! Missed me! No, stop it! We need some psychonauts over here to help these spirits with their lingering grief and censorship and judgment. I have fingers. The final days taught us to fear a death forced upon us, the injustice of duties and dreams left unfulfilled, the grief of unexpected partings. Swift as darkness, cold as ash. Such tragedy, yet no catharsis. Such truth, yet no consolation. Welcome to life, pal. As the whispers die, the spirits fade. The spirit fades. All is silent and still around the numbing brand. Hooray! Hi, doggo. What you got for me now? The lustrous dog is once again staring at you expectantly. And who are you to deny it? Follow and try not to fall behind. Don't lead me into bad guys. What's wrong with you? Ow. See what you did, doggy? I think this doggy's trying to kill me. Yeah, see, I got my own doggo. I got my own doggo to follow the doggo. Whee! Regolith. Sounds like a Pokemon name. No, just a doggo. I love the new cactars. I love the moon cactars. I just do. Oh, look, more of them. What do you guys do? Do you do like 10,000 needles? What? Do you even have any needles? The dog silently regards the shadow that lurks near the brand. Microgravity needles? Our perfection came crumbling down. Such overwhelming despair. In that moment we knew the end was nigh. The faintest glimmer of hope remained. We gave our lives that others may live. We gave ourselves to Zodiac. How'd that work out for you? Zodiac, our Lord and Savior, to forge our world anew. That one back there, I was like, oh shit, I materialized in the wrong direction. To live and love again. Become one with the star. Fill earth and heaven with life. Birth paradise where fear is distant memory. Yeah, this ain't creepy at all. Pardon me, but would you be so kind as to step aside? Oh, they're very polite people. You just have to ask nicely. Hello. How are you? Ah, an unmistakable color. The soul of Azim. But not the friend I knew, I think. Nevertheless, you are you. So Emmett Silk meant for you to have it. You seem surprised. What might that be? Why might that be? We meet again, Hythlodius. Again, I do not believe I have yet had the pleasure. Well, I guess technically speaking, the other Hythlodius we talked to was a shade created by Emmett Selk, so... Emmett Selk created a shade in my likeness. And not only me, but all of Amaro. How very like him. A slave to sentiment, even after an eternity. As you may have guessed, I am different from the shade you met before. No mere approximation, but the original. A soul sacrificed to Zodiac. We remember in vivid detail the events leading to our purgatory. The plans and plots for our resurrection, Hydaelyn's intervention, and Zodiac's and the stars' final fate. And then we drifted in a waking dream, our minds steeped in fog, until you came. I know not what you and your friends intend for Zodiac, or the future of the star. Nevertheless, in you I place my trust and faith. In you I choose to believe, as Emmett Selk did. I miss him. He was a worthy antagonist. Believe in yourself, and all will be well. Uh-oh! SpaghettiOs! It seems someone's here! More new arrivals, though. Ah, Fandanio. That color I know. And another I do not. An unfamiliar but fearsome being. Stabbity death time! I have kept you from your duty. By way of apology, I will ensure that the shades hinder you no more. Protect the final brand. Bye, real Hythlodius. Fare you well, my new old friend. Quest completed! Hey, doggo! Can you fly me across the moon? The martyr. Uh-oh. The dog growls agitatedly. Let's protect the brand. Come on, boy. Cry havoc and let slip the dog of war. That's it. Yay! I do that one. Cry havoc and let slip the dog of war. That's you, by the way. The dog nudges you with its nose. You get the feeling it wants you to hop on? Okay. Whee! I've ridden weirder in this game. For God's sakes, I have a flying bed. I mean, come on. Hi. Man, we suck at getting there on time.
In the nick of time to savor the crowning triumph.
I'm glad we came here to stop this and ended up
Free
doing nothing.
last. Arise, Zodiac!
We are terrible at this.
Deprived of heart and will by the loss of dearest Elidibus. A creature of pure instinct, wanting for guidance. But powerful, oh so powerful, more so with every passing moment. Such potential, even in this incomplete state. Still the savior who delivered a world from certain doom.
Get it, though?
So, here we stand.
Ugh, making me shudder with that idea. Yu-Gi-Oh! Ugh. Believe in the heart of the cards.
Consume the
Exodia,
god.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Eh.
Stoke your fury to a raging inferno and dance among the ashes. Or perhaps you would face me here and now. A lesser but welcome amusement.
I would like to end you, but I think we'd have more pressing matters at the moment. No, we're ending you. There we go.
Yes. A taste to whet the appetite.
Sorry to spoil the moment, but might I ask that you postpone the slaughter until I've said my piece? I promise I will be brief.
Okie dokie. Is it weird that I just realized his
You
robe is
remember when I
purplish
told
red?
you that I wanted to die and take everyone with me? I meant it.
Okay. Oh, okay. We get to watch Asshat die twice. Woohoo! Angel, I swear to God. Are you now? Hi. Store of new beginnings. Okay.
Such lofty aspirations. And what sweet irony that the world's saviors will become the agents of its destruction.
Jesus. Okay.
Wrong! Lies and delusion! The dead have no power over me. You will be silent. Silent as the grave!
And he's nuts. Oh, you said you reminded me, little pup, of the remaster that's coming out soon, and I can't wait. Remaster, remake, whatever it's going to be referred to as.
Believe and walk in faith. Let the light of your soul shine for all to see. Not quite the outcome you'd imagined, but a fitting one nonetheless. Don't you think so, Hades?
Hidebu? Where? And who are you? You're all white-haired and everything. Was that supposed to be Emmett? Was that Hyclodius? Hyclodius had good hair. Oh, hi!
All I craved and more. Boundless power. Mine to command.
Oh, goodness, Liz.
I had intended to pit my fractured divinity against Xenos. But a more tempting option presents itself. The greatest obstacle to my ambition. You will trouble me no longer.
I had a feeling he intended all along to backstab Xenos. Are we getting our first trial? Is this the first trial? Yeah! Already! Alright! We're fighting Zodiark already! So if Zodiark isn't the final... Huh. Is it going to be Heidelin? Oh wait. There we go. Yeah, so, now I want to get... Now it's like, at this point, I'm like, I want to get to level 90 and get to the end right now, because I was like, if Zodiark isn't the end, who's the end? Oh, I hope it's something better than that. I like the remix of the song, though. So, come on, people. Says average wait time 5 minutes. Let's go. It's already been 1. Oh, you're missing some arms over here, I see. And a torso. And some more arms. Ooh, yeah, maybe. Oh, don't get my hopes up on that one. That'd be nice. That dude deserves a dick stabbing. Come on, fill up with people, damn it. Come on, where are y'all at? Where's everybody? All the people who've already beaten the expansion, all the EX, EX grinding on his ass. Come on, there'll be a few trying to still do normal. Yeah, I guess I got a little too used to playing as Paladin there for a little while. It looks like our next destination is somewhere in this general vicinity here. I wonder where it could be. Oh, goodness. Sorry, that felt like a good photo op opportunity right there. Come on, people, where are you? Average wait time is now turned to 6 minutes. Now, you know what, while I'm waiting... You know what I'm gonna do while I'm waiting? I'll go do some explorating of the moon while I'm waiting. Of course, now you pop, you bastard. Oh, come on! 3 people, let's go! 2 people, come on. Hit the damn accept. You bitches. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, what the hell happened there? Gotta love streaming.
establishing connection. All creation shall bend to my will.
Is that a fact? Alright. Zodiac Daniel. Fen Daniel Arc. Let's do it. Our tank. Wait. Plain Cow. We have a scholar named Plain Cow. Ha! I love it. You don't even look like a cow.
The end has come, and it will be beautiful.
Ow!
The marvels of Sirius were but playthings.
Okay. He's winding up and everyone's sort of standing still. Why? What's going on? Oh. Oh, hello, thing! How are you? Oh, I see. Alright. Watching. Waiting. Learning. Okay, what's that one doing? Everyone's moving in. Or somewhat moving in. What's it doing? Oh, hello! I see. So circles cause squares.
Malice!
And triangles cause cones. And there's a behemoth. Oh! Okay. I can't hit him from over here. Oh, some ecliptic meteors. Okay. Oh, I see a snakey. I see two snakies. I'm afraid to do a jump because I'm afraid I'm going to get inside with the AoEs over there. Ah!
Will you live to see the end?
What the fuck? That's it. Why is there a different? That's a different type of stack marker. What is that? Oh, it's a multi-stack. That's a good idea. That was a good change to show that it's like, stay, don't move. This will hit multiple times. That was a good idea. Good move, Final Fantasy.
Soon my hold over Zodiac shall be complete.
I guess we're just gonna, whoop your ass before that happens.
Mine, all mine.
Oh. Oh, you got a pretty face there, Zodiac.
At last, I have become Zodiac.
You know, for a savior of the star, you sure look very tentacly.
The natural order overturned.
What is this? What is this? What is this? What's it doing? It's you're moving in a circle. Why? Oh, he's going to move them in a circle, isn't he?
All in existence.
Oh, no.
To my will.
Oh, he's moving the whole stage in a circle. Oh, okay. Look, I'm not into bondage, okay? Will you stop that?
Work. My masterpiece.
Ah! No, stop it! Oh, what is this? Ah, crap, what is this? Okay, I see what it is. Laser beams.
Oh, I've waited for this day.
Now what's he doing? What am I supposed to be doing? I see. Okay. Paladin down! Paladin down! Snakies. Got it. Oh, he's going to be moving them that way. Oh, I see. Okay, I see.
All in existence, bent to my will.
I get you.
The great cataclysm, faithfully recreated.
Is it? Is this exactly how it happened?
From broken
I don't remember this.
fall tears of flame.
What's this? What is this? Oh, everyone's saying, these people are saying move here. Okay.
All shall burn.
What? Oh, is that supposed to be the shape of the... Oh! I was staying... No! Fuck! Oh, there's multiple and they're making patterns. I see. We're dead. Oh, healers got it up in time. Good job, healers. Okay. Ow, again! Ow, for yaving! My face! Oh, what's it? So he's moving it that way, a quarter turn. You want to be here?
All in existence, bent to my will.
Nope, not there! I fucked up. Or did I? Did it?
Will you
Oh, no, I'm fine.
live to see
I'm fine.
the end?
Okay. Oh boy. This is bad. Oh! Oh, why didn't I do that? That was good. Now let's do it. What is that? Let's go. And square. What was square? Okay. Square was it. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Ah! Second. What a turn! Should have moved up closer. I would have been fine if I'd moved up closer.
Will you live to see the end?
I hope so. I'll move a little closer so I can attack, damn it. Now, what are you making? What are you making? What are you making? Up, cone! It's cone! Followed by lasers. Dark Knight's down. What are you making? What are you making? What are you making? Not good, just the squares. Ah! What's this? Followed by cone. Followed by... more squares. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Will you live to see the end?
Ow! Ow and ow! Oh. Which attack you gonna do? Okay, that one. Now what are we doing? Okay, snaky there. Two snakies. Move it that way, so I need to be here.
All in existence, bent to my will.
Keep going. Hold still. Hold still, stacker. That's one thing that kind of drives me nuts when people get the stack and then they dart all over the place. It's like, stop! We're trying to get up on you. Laser beam. Laser beam. What are you making? Ah, crap! I did not see that. Oh, I still got out of it in time, though. Ah, crap.
Will you live to see the end?
Trying to. Thank you, Pally. Oh, crap. This is a fun fight. Definitely got some mechanics you have to be aware of, though. Alright, which way are you turning it? That way? Okay.
All in existence, bend to my will.
Let's screw this. I'm going right now. Dragon Song.
Will you live to see the end?
What are you making? What's this? Boy. There we go!
Is this the limit of your power? Is this how it ends?
No, that's the limit of your power. I mean, you did kind of wake up Zodiac in its incomplete state. That was your own dumbass fault. This is a fight to, like, if you want to show if you're a good healer or not, this is the fight. This is the fight for healers. Just straight up. The healers, like, played the mass majority of the greatness in this fight. Because they have to keep everyone up, and they have to use a lot of healing to do it. Xenos is unimpressed. Because Xenos is always unimpressed. Well done. My preparations are complete, and I stand ready to seal Zodiac once more. Withdraw now from this place. The teleporter will deliver you to safety. Well, okay.
Incomplete and insufficient. Of course he was no match.
Then why'd you do it, dummy?
Once again, you left my best laid plans in ruins.
That was your best laid plan? Wow, you're not as threatening as I thought.
And played your role to perfection. Thus,
Oh.
sealing my victory.
Eh?
From the first, all I wanted was for you to kill Zodiac. Twas
Eh?
but one of many methods to achieve the desired effect. It would have been the same had Xenos died in my place.
Eh?
But what better and more satisfying way to ensure success than to take control myself.
Huh?
My sole regret is that you lived to tell the tale. Even so, I have fulfilled my heart's desire.
Okay, you want to die. I remember that. But you want to take everyone with you, I thought.
Your murder mark the beginning of the end. The coming of the final days.
You're still a freak.
How quickly strength fades and blood cools. Old familiar sensations. So many lives, so many deaths. No different this. I close my eyes and slip into the dreamless slumber.
My only regret is I didn't get to kill you myself, that you ended up killing yourself.
A tired song and dance. Routine. Always I wake. But not this time.
Oh, hey, Amon.
Nothing left unsaid. Nothing left undone. Inherit my hell. I intone with glee. The man I was would weep for what I have become. The all-consuming contempt.
Which you? The Amon you or the
But
Fandaniel
I've the
you?
wisdom of
Ancient
10
you?
millennia to justify my answer to the question. No value in their existence. Not a whit. For all that I looked. None that I did see. A final chance, then, for Heidelin and her faithful. In Cataclysm, prove me wrong. I snare.
Snare? That was a weird way to say that word.
All shall return to nothingness. As was your will, Emperor Sunday.
I still love your hat. I still want Amon's hat. I still to this day have never gotten Amon's hat.
And every living being consigned to your oblivion.
If I had it, it would just be a permanent glamour on my bard. Just at all times. No matter what the rest of the outfit was. Uh-oh. That don't look good.
At last.
What? When did we enter Silent Hill? Deep breaths, slow and steady. I think Heidelin is, gone a little fucking nuts. You saw it too, yes? The blue star below, thrown into hot turmoil. I also see my toes clipping through the ground, but beyond that... Then it was no illusion. All was truth. With the death of Zodiac, the laws of nature over which he presided have begun to unravel. The final days are upon us. What you witnessed was an omen granted by the Echo, a vision of the horrors to come. Wait a minute. I thought we saw the echoes of the past. When did we start seeing the future? Time grows short. Hi, Zini. How are you? Still as emo and boring as ever? Yep, still as look at you.
No. I'll find no fulfillment in a contest with you this day.
Okay, liking the voice. You know, a bit of an upgrade. I'll give it to you.
Slavering beasts gather at your gates, ravenous and eager. Already you turn to them and away from me.
Bitch, I turned away from you in Stormblood.
I must go forth once more in search of power far beyond the might of Shinryu. Power to make your heart run over with rage.
Xenos, this is a really unhealthy relationship we got going here. Can I just stab you in the heart and end you now?
For the eldest of primals was a betrayal of promise. A pathetic creature incapable of inspiring true despair.
But it was a fun fight.
That's what I crave. Pure, unadulterated despair.
Shh! Don't say that word! Monokuma will hear. We do not want Monokuma in this game. We do not.
Did someone say despair? Let's get a bunch of children in a classroom together and get them to kill each other. That'll cause despair.
I will not fight for your amusement, bitch.
We shall see.
You bump shoulders with me, I swear to God I'll stab you right now. Okay. I sense his presence on the moon no longer. If you need not follow, then I beg you to stay and listen to what I have to tell you. of Zodiac and the end of all things.
Okay.
Ooh, yay! I got the new title, Moonwalker. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surroundings is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them.
Okay.
So roasted lamb, so I put it in my spicy mac and cheese.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Christmas on the moon. It's Christmas on the moon.
But there's no Jesus, but we celebrate anyway because we like it that much. Whee!
Where's the goddamn front door? Okay, yeah, there are ether currents up here. Boop. Some of you came up. Hi. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphino and Alice, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, the matters here have already come to a conclusion.
About that. Hi.
But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? And is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amaro. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiac. Or rather, it was my duty. Yeah. We're... To quote a certain foul-mouthed metal man, we're boned. Then Zodiac is no more. And not without consequence, I am afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Excuse me, being interrupted. Are you all right? My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. You could just say, like, the words that, you know, we need to hear. We don't need all of it. You know, you like... In order to, you know, avert a catastrophe, all you need is... We don't need a thing that's like super long and super drawn out that will waste your remaining time, and then you won't be able to tell us because something will interrupt you. Say it now! Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means. If you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? I shall leave that to you, Warren, while I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels. Why are people in JRPGs so stupid? Just say what we need to know now, and then you can, get your rest and tell us all the, the greater stuff, the longer stuff later. You're gonna say, you need this thing. Okay, good. Now you take your rest, and we'll talk more about that thing when you wake up. Just say it! Dummies! Where's mine? I want to find my stuff. There's my stuff. Dimly glowing crystal. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no... Oh my god, the Watchers had a boring-ass life. These appears to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. And to think, all these millennia... I mean, the pizza places don't deliver to the moon. Ah, that's a shame. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Hydaelyn greatly. So now Hydaelyn doesn't need to do that no more, which means she's free to do whatever the fuck she wants. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. The record describes the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with Loperates, though it is not clear who or what they are. I know what they are. Well, I'll save it, in case you don't know. But be prepared for cuteness. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiac so long as he remains imprisoned. Those are interesting theories. We'll never know, as Elidibus is now... Did you learn anything of import? Yes, this person was very, very lonely. And there was a crystal all about all the times they masturbated, too. So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands required a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. I know that's news to you, but literally the Watcher just told us that, like 15 minutes ago? When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant the facility. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Oh, garbage truck's out. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary.
Well, they had nothing else
There is
better to
much
do
we could
all
learn
day,
from
every day.
Zodiac and his imprisonment. But perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Purple dot. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetheris. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to those of hopelessness and despair. I don't know. I'm not seeing Monokuma anywhere, which is a good thing. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. Put a pin in it. The etheric energies which flow through all creation in the forms of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature, which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Best get familiar, I'm sure. Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted. Well, except for the end of the people who were sacrificed to summon him, but
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed. There was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence, until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days. He would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. And what she told me in the ethereal sea was... Let's go with that one. She lied to us. Again! That the two once dwelled as one until Zodiac grew hungry for power, upsetting the balance twixt them. Not quite a lie, though a rather gross embellishment. But knowing what you know now, you must surely realize why she might opt to obfuscate and mislead. Because she's a liar? Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man. Approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetherius' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still, more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetherius and her history. She's a fibber! Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wished to look to the future and not linger in the prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
12.7.
In light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
Good question. The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Earthquakes on the moon. There's earthquakes on the moon. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. I'm not kind. I cause Stabity death. There are 4 lights! A beautiful sight, is it not? Don't let any Cardassian try to tell you that there's 5, for there are only 4 lights.
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Aetherius to safe harbor. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them and fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. Alright, you sleep well, Tyro. Take care, Bo. Yay! Quest completed! Ooh. You learned Heaven's Thrust, you learned Chaotic Spring, you acquired Lance Mastery 3. I learned a bunch of stuff! Holy shit! So how do I... What are these new things I just learned? Hold on a minute. What do we got here? Let's see. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Combo action with Vorpal Thrust. Oh! My third attack of my combo turned into Heaven's Thrust. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. With the rear distant. Wait, does that mean... Oh! My third attack on both of my combos transformed. Neat. Okay. Nice. And I got Lance Mastery 3. What is this? Oh, it just tells me right there. Alright. Nice. Works for me. Can't wait to check them out. Give me something to cause Stabby death upon so that I may check these out, please. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamatorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argus, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. Here, boy. Here, doggy, doggy, doggy. As Hydaelyn created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argus as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argus before, and you will find your way. I was supposed to memorize that shit? If he labors in service of Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then? Psh, look at all these fools taking the long way. They don't know the easy way. Whee! Whee! Fools. Taking the long way. Boing, boing. Somewhere over here, wasn't it? There it is. So is Argus, this your pupper, is that going to be our expansion mount? I kind of hope so, because we didn't get an expansion mount in Shadowbringers. Unless you count the camel bird that you have to get every fucking class to 80 to get. I mean, do we count that one? I don't know if we count that one. Can't get across here. I thought this is where we went, wasn't it? There we go. You evil bard! Leave the poor moon cactuars alone! Hello! The place we seek is just ahead, at the Chlorophosgrot. These names sometimes, I swear to God. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Come on, Rathalos! Take me away! With your wrathiness. You. Weird bad guys. Weird bugs. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so! Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for August to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoi along? Oh, fine. If I must. Is that like the plural of sponge? I always thought the plural of sponge was just sponges. I didn't know it was spongoi. Doggy! Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's. Would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, August was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. Was this my doggy when I was as him? As for your companions... Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside, that you may cross the chasm. Ugh, no. I'll take it. You know what? I want to see my new moves. Come here, you. Let's see this Chaos Spring. Pretty. It even has its own little sound effect. Ooh. Hey, that's kind of cool. It almost looks like a reverse Ring of Thorns. Oh, I still miss that attack. Why did they take it away from us? Why? Why were you so cruel, Square Enix? To take away, you know, the Dragoon's best ability from us. Nice pose. You just see that? And... woohoo! Argos favors you with what could almost be described as a conspiratorial grin. Eh? Your destination is the structure there across the cradle of darkness. But climb onto Argos' back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long for it to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Hey there, Flack! What's happening, Bo? Doggos! Two kitties riding on doggos. Malefic ether yet permeates from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac most like. Kitties riding on doggies. We got kitties riding on doggies. Ooh, hello, door. Just a little further. Who puts their front door underground? Psh, weirdos. This structure is enormous, but that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarante. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let us head inside and... Oh? Oh, is our dog go bye-bye? Oh, nope, still there. Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap? Well, I certainly wouldn't want to make it... Wait. I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account. Helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argus. We'll take things from here. We got it. If Argus is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. I don't know why Argus just can't come with. Is there a big sign that says no doggos? I don't see a no doggo sign. Argos appears to be housebroken. Ooh, pretty. Good morning! We have come to awaken thee! Wake up! Ooh, the ominous music.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Maybe. There they are. Cuteness Extreme Overload! I love it. Even they're like, ah, god damn it, too much cute. Too much goddamn cute. Oh god, they're already in battle formation. Except for that one. Wake up!
right, you fuckers! Prepare for war!
Look lively, everyone! I know. This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more.
I love the way that they said it was just such like, it's gone. Whatever.
As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose. To bear the people of Aetheris to safety.
So goddamn cute.
Our time has come, my friends.
Why is this not a playable race?
Swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
I'm already here. And also, why are you not a playable race? I will Fantasia in a second.
I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Of course, they're bunny people. There would had to be a hop pun. Of course there was. Oh my god, their austere efficiency, even with the way they walk in formation, is almost off-putting.
'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
It's working.
Perhaps.
I love this. Oh, Thancred, you bring me joy, my man. Is this where we learn that Thancred is secretly harbors a joy for all things cute? They must be the Loporits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave the rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Do you think they'll notice we're not one of them? Do you think... Whee! I see. I spy with my little eye a gemstone trader. What do you have? Not much to start with. All right. Okay.
Leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Sing Sing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air of the people of Aetheris. And that's a promise.
Is that a fact? Can I go over there? Is that a thing I can do? There it is a thing I can do. I'm gonna go grab that ether current because I can. Because it's mine and I will have it and you can't stop me. And I'm going to keep blathering on like this until I run out of air. Okay, I'm better. So where's Naming Way? Where's Naming Way? Because we got Trading Way, Sing Sing Way. I mean, that's Fighting Way. Where's Naming Way? Where is this? Is the Lolo Pit where we can change our name around here? Dozing Lolo Pit, Weaving Way, all named after their job. I love it.
Leader? No. Sleeping Way. My job is... Perhaps I'd better ask.
They're the 7 dwarves. They're the fucking 7 dwarves. Where's Grumpy Way? And Dopey Way? Where's Sneezy Way? And Duck Way? And Bashful Way. We gotta have Bashful Way. Come on. Nothing Way! Okay, I gotta talk to that one. Hold on.
We're all going to die someday. So what if it happens a little sooner?
Oh, that's what they mean by not. Okay. Recording Way.
But what? How in the... Where did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told?
I'm sorry. I gotta take me to your leader.
Leader? Ah, yes. Look no further. I am the one you seek.
Well, well. Looks like you beat us here.
Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them?
Well, I mean, I have a lot more than this, but I mean, come on.
A group comprised entirely of children? What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery, after all, though perhaps we should build one. No. Or did we build one already? No matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing up out gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you can run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center, if you should find yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there.
Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Excuse me while I ride a horse inside your house. I hope you don't mind.
I like the Loporits. They're so cute.
I never would have imagined from their little 8-bit sprites that this is what they actually looked like. At least that's how they intended.
I'm filling this map over here by walking over here. I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try. Because I can.
I'm sorry. Wait. The Caratorium?
The minimap says there's stuff over here.
But, wait, what? Oh, it must have been back on the floor I was just at. Damn it. Oh well. I'll get back down there eventually. The moon sail. As opposed to the moon whale, it's the moon sail. Ha! Mapping way, yes.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Aetheris to a brave new world.
Is that a
More
fact?
specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, net breather and navigator of the heavens.
is that so? Is that what you are mapping way?
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetherius, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration.
Why is it always so goddamn cute when little things say huge words like obliteration?
Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further.
Oh, hello. So are they trying to turn Final Fantasy Online into Star Ocean Online?
Here, we have Aetherius, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetherius, bringing an end to all life. Very sad,
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected.
We all expected you all to fuck up at some point. So that's why we had a backup plan, in case you all sucked, which you did.
Imagine, if you will, that Aetherius is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun.
Alright. Imagining.
The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetherius, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
Okay, Living Way. You're cute and all, but when you start talking down to us, that the cuteness goes away and it makes me want to punt you. I will punt you, I swear to God, if you keep talking down to us.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Whee!
Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems.
Does it involve carrots?
We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Well, you got teeny little tails, so that's not very not very long. Did you develop warp drive? You developed warp drive, didn't you?
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
Pardon? I mean, when she was still just Venar.
The real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers.
Really? Is this some stuff that the Watcher didn't tell us?
We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
So what you're telling me is that Hydaelyn, back when she was Venar, and her researcher, that is now the Watcher, were really big fans of Star Wars. Okay, sure. We'll go with that.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation.
Your lisp is so endearing. Oh my God.
Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Charlian. They've been working with Charlian. That's why Charlian's been gathering up all this shit. Huh.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise. I can assure you that we are all grown men and women, and I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Hydaelyn.
Hydaelyn herself led you here.
Yes.
You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Am I being called small by 2 foot tall rabbit people?
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Yes.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
You know, I'm not liking all this miniaturization and small talk. I'm going to punt you. I am going to punt you across your own living room.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
Millennia of, culture and civilization is all contained in that book, is it?
I kind of doubt that.
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
And she's having a panic attack. I need that as a GIF, and I need it now.
Milky Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial coordinates.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
This is true. You are correct, Flack. But the thing is that oh, ether current. Sorry, sidetracked. But it's like if they've been getting terrestrial visitors, people from Aetheris, and they still thought, they've been woken up over 1,000 different times to do maintenance, and people have been sending them shit each time. They had to have met somebody that wasn't Emeraldine, because Emeraldines have been gone for over a millennia. So how did they still think everyone was huge? purple carrot juice. Sure, I'll take it. Skill, speed, and vitality. Ah, I can use this when I'm leveling a tank. There we go. Farted, yay.
Right then, now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly! It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it is imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers to be. If there is anything at all, that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And addressed it we shall. Here at Best Ways Borough, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them.
So you have computers and video game consoles and TVs? Big flat-screen TVs everywhere? Surround systems? At least in my room. At least make sure my room has that stuff.
I'm sure you have all worked up an appetite, so why don't you start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we will see about filling your bellies.
I hope to God that they have just carrots. I hope Flopping Way. There's somebody's name over there is Flopping Way. She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of Aetheris rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loperates and this vessel. Please let it be full of nothing but carrots. Please let it be full of nothing but carrots, because I want that to be, because that'll be funny. Whee! And kerblonk. Ah, back in the days of 2.0, when that would have killed me. Oh, the doors are so huge. Wow. It's like a giant food court. Hopping Way. Of course there'd be a Hopping Way. Why wouldn't there be a Hopping Way? It really is a giant mall food court. Huh. Neat. I can't wait to learn how to fly so I can get up to some of these places so I can check them out. Oh, I don't need to. They got the cool little stairs. I want to live here. Yeah, can we abandon our planet and live on this thing? This looks cool. Our planet sucks anyway. Come on. Why are there bad guys here? Why are there things for me to... I mean, I'm a little concerned that the mall food court is full of monsters. But, hi, how you doing? Are you gonna attack me? Yep, you attacked me on sight. Why? Oh! That's Final Fantasy IV, I think. Huh. Neat. I love it. I love it a lot. Huh. I mean, while I have my problems with Final Fantasy IV, it was still a good game. With good music. Neat. I hope they're not expecting us to eat cacti, which I'm already ashamed to see that there's not, like, it's not full of nothing but carrots. Being called the Caratorium, for God's sakes. False advertising!
Welcome to the Caratorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required for our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of Foodstuffs Productions. Cooking Way, pleasant to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our cooks could ask for. I've learned all of your essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference material we received. Why, I practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have some fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up, and we're all quite famished. Hop along to the platforms here, and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like.
Sure, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Okay, let's go. I want to find the ice cream one. Where's the ice cream one? Is there a steak one? Wait. Is there a pizza one? Where's the pizza plants? Are you growing pizza plants? Because these just look like cacti to me. Oh wait, no, they're not. They're carrots. They are fucking carrots. They're all fucking carrots. Yay! I'm not disappointed after all. I thought the things at the top there, the little green things, were the plant. I thought they were all cactuses. They're not. They're carrots. I love it. But they're probably like dietary supplement things, you know, where it's like they're all freaking yeah, like it's like this is the meat flavored carrot and this is the peas flavored carrot and this is, you know, this one has the nutrients for the morning and this one you eat for the nutrients for daytime, you know, for nighttime. You open the storage unit to find rainbow colored assortment of carrots. Well, of course I'm going to try the vibrant yellow one first. Come on. Please taste like cheesecake. Please taste like cheesecake. Well, it has no particular smell to speak of. The yellow variant is unusually light and springy. These qualities together with an excessive length and girth would lead anyone to question whether it is indeed a carrot. You know, if I had a filthier mind, or if Tyra was here, that sentence would have been used to make a sexual joke. Okay. Yes. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its brazen qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Okay. Sure. This place. It's too cute. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Obscenely large carrot. Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Okay. Nom 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 nom. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You snap a piece off of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence surges within you. A certainty that you are at the center of the universe, that all of creation is a story and you are the star, beloved and perfect and special, a god worthy of worship and prayer. Or at the very least, a second roll should the dice treat you poorly. You suddenly feel as though Nimia's wheel is spinning in your favor. I love this. Why do I love this so much? What do you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The lucky carrot is, well, to be honest, we're not quite sure how it was first made. A happy accident, you might say, but as the name suggests, after eating one, you'll feel blessed with good fortune. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have carrots for every occasion. I can certainly see for this in Charlene. I have to ask bunny people this question. How could I not ask bunny people who have never met anything other than bunny people and the Watcher, what if somebody doesn't like carrots?
don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. Worry not, we have pureed versions on hand if you haven't the time to chew.
Instant denial that somebody couldn't like carrots. I love this. I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and not else? If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetheris? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate.
Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine a surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been a bit at a loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food.
That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them?
You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency. And what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production?
A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it?
Technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary, that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gruns, present continuous verb conjugations, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful?
So you really are the Seven Dwarves. You all just named yourselves after what you do. Or your personality in some way. No, not really. But it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thou kind deem such a change necessary?
When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway.
I see. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Though if you should decide to, preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu.
My hell. I think we've had all our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress. This way...
Oh, God. She hasn't told the people making the clothes about the change in people size, has she? She only just told the people, the bunnies making the living quarters. I don't think she had time to tell them. We see giant robes of all sizes and colors, aren't we? I'm loving this. In case you couldn't tell. I mean, is she going to be able to explain why their caretakers and safeguarders and everything like that and supporters are, like, hostile? There's somebody who played Dark Knight a lot. Still a mount I need to get one of these days. I need to work on tanking more. Right, exactly, Liz.
Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods than for this task. Creation magics. Heidelin, in her infinite wisdom, blessed us with the self-same affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details another time. Yes, say, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with an extra viz. Extra viz? Vis? I don't know what we needed. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Yes, give me new duds. The second time we get new duds, please give me new duds. What kind of duds will you give a dragoon? What kind of duds? Give me dragoon duds. I want duds. Give me. Supporter, don't touch me. I don't need your support. He's not your brand of support. Up, see, up you get, little Pegasus. There you go. There you go. Whee! Restless Loperate. Ah, it's you, one of the visitors from Aethris. Goodness me, Mapping Way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. Okay, Mapping Way picked up the slack. Thank God. Oh, right. You're here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? Ooh. Okay. Oh. Now, I'm tempted to go with fashionable and refined. Because I have plenty of armors. I mean, come on. I have so many armors. But this, you know, it's something simply and functional. Pfft, boring. But I'm curious to know what a bunny would think embodies bloodlust. I'm torn as hell. Let's go with bloodlust. Let's I want to see what. Embodies your what? This will only take a moment. I had a feeling they wouldn't know what bloodlust was. What the fuck? You just threw a burlap sack on me. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I would be lying if I say I understand what bloodlust is, but I assume it's something you enjoy. I made certain the clothes are flexible yet sturdy enough to endure, whatever it is you plan to do while wearing them. Would you look at that? Speechless? And there I thought you may not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You may continue wearing these garments in order to... No, you must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for the garment changes area of... Wait. To your map for the garment changes area of effect. Speak with a restless operate to restore or prolong the garment change. I want to try the other ones. Can I try the other ones? Hold on. Wait. Can I try the other ones? I've reached your clothes. Say no more. No. I want to try the other ones. Oh, that's all I get? Boo! I want to try the other ones. Damn it. There are other choices. Well, literally, this just looks like a burlap sack. That's just what it... They just took a burlap sack, cut some holes, and threw it over my head. That's what it looks like. Look like I'm wearing a goddamn dress. Hey! Oh, you want to try and ruin my new duds? I don't think so. I'm willing to bet that's the case, little pup. Ah, and I know what said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes? Really? Oh, of course. It would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind?
Ooh. Getting with a little more flair.
I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do.
What the fuck? This looks like what would happen if someone asked me to make a glamour outfit. Just random disparate elements thrown together that don't really go together.
Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare concept for robes made using a different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Living Ray? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with.
This is just like random things put together. What the hell? Hold on. I mean, I love the flared pants, but then we got these, whatever these are supposed to be on the wrists here. It might be. I think it might be. Wait a minute. Something's on my face. What the fuck is on my face and why? Wait a minute. Okay. Boing. Dear Lord, this is so nuts. I love it. I'm loving this so. This is my favorite part of the game. I love the moon. I do. If only Panda was here, he'd probably get a kick out of some of this. He's a fan of Final Fantasy IV.
My, don't you look splendid? The results are much trial and error, but I know quality works when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the moon and loporits in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same way, having sampled our creations.
Show me them! Show me my companions and new duds! Please! Oh my god. Urianger. Lime green? Really? Sorry to have kept you waiting. I insisted we sample all of the other concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Urianger loves it! Look at him! He's like, hell yeah, look at me! Oh my god. Wow. I think it's past time we return these clothes. Yeah, they're like thigh-high boots, but in glove form. And also metallic lime green for some reason.
I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Whatever we were doing wrong. The Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but...
Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Etheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clear you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. I gotta say, Shola, I liked your taste better in Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word. This outfit still is weird to me. Even though I've seen it all throughout Shadowbringers, it's still weird to me. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by tradition or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences.
I fear we underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery?
That's the first time I've heard that word.
Thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own.
There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such form of fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well?
Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Hydaelyn's love for Etheris and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all.
Oh, he's worried about Reem. I suppose you're right. Anyway, might we have leave to explore Bestway's burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about.
Why, certainly.
Until later, then. No, I want to stay in bunny people company. I want to live with the bunny people. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer.
Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. That was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let's be off. Let's be off then, shall we?
Oh, come back to my screen. You're so cute. Damn it. The cute has left my screen. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Ah! My apologies. I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Etheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Etheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait! You still haven't visited the domiciles! Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it.
Dude, I'm already sold. After this is all over, I'll live here. Even if we don't have to leave Etheris, I'll just live here with all y'all because you're cute as hell.
I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon.
This is my new home. I want a housing and apartments on the moon now. If they had that, yeah, I know I said once they got Ishgardian domiciles, I would move there, which I'm still thinking about, even though that's going to be a lot of work rebuilding my apartment, you know, because I had to use a lot of glitches to get my apartment the way I like it. But I was going to move to Ishgard, but if they make like an apartment complex on the moon here, up here, oh, you better believe. Did I forget to? I never attuned to that. Fuck me. I'm gonna go do that while I'm thinking about it. I'm sailing on the moon. I'm sailing on the moon. I also like their aetheryte crystal. Oh my god, it's pretty. See, I'm looking for Cutaway. Where is Cutaway? Everyone else has a name that tells them what they do. I want Cutaway. Where is that one? Because I want to cuddle them. Because they look cute. And they look like they would be soft and fluffy. So fluffy! Oh, is this a teleporter, is it?
You're here! You're really here! Thank you! Thank you so much! Sorry, what should I call you?
Warren Featherhoof, eh?
Crikey, even your names are amazing! Well, Warren, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, hold on. I'm gonna take a minute. I freaking attuned, but I forgot to make it my home point. Just in case anything happens. You never know. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready, Growing Way. Okay. Yeah. We went through the spiel. Yes. Although I'm going to be living with these rabbits, I better learn to like. Oh, you're a dude. Okay. I better be getting used to carrots. Hello there, Thanathox. Greetings and salutations. Thank you so much for the follow, Bo. Uh-oh.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
What did you do to me? Thanks, Growing Way.
Private audience, as thou didst request. For reasons I know not.
Ooh, I get to eavesdrop.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously.
And it's very, very hard to take you seriously when you talk about responsibilities to a cute little voice.
Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
Oh, I'll be honest with you, because you're too cute to disappoint.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request.
Uh-huh.
Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand?
I don't. If they're who I think they are, they don't want my hand.
Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work.
Ouch. I didn't say I hated your work. It's just very rabbit-centric, that's all.
Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Doesn't this all sound familiar?
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
mean asking Urianger to go behind the backs of his fellows without them knowing for the greater good? Yeah, I think Urianger, yeah, he's gone that path before.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I'm terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
How can I stay mad at a cute little face like that? I want to boop your little bunny nose. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. Is that going to be our area that like gets like fixed up upon throughout the different patches? Is the residential area for this whole area going to be that zone? I hope so. You can now travel between the upper and lower floors of Bestway's Burrow via the teleporter. Hooray! Oh, and we got questies. Lots of questies. But we'll save them. We will save them. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this for far longer than I care to admit. There's this. Thanatux, I would say yes. Let me put it this way. I mean, and I know everyone's tastes are different and everything like that, but I've tried other MMOs before. I tried WoW. I got to like level 39, 40 before I got bored with that. I tried City of Heroes. I tried Matrix Online. I've tried Star Trek Online. I've even tried Final Fantasy XI. None of them did it for me. None of them was just like, was like, hit me with that, like, keep playing this. In fact, I didn't even want to play this at all. I've told the story to other people before on the stream, but a buddy of mine at the time, he was all like, dude, come to my house now. I got something to show you. He dragged me over there, and he showed me this on PlayStation 3. And I was hesitant. I'm like, look, I've played MMOs before. It's not my bag. It's not my thing. And, as Perfect World, that was another one I played. But, I always play them for a bit, and then I get bored. And then, or I feel like I'm obligated to play it. And I don't have fun that way. But he forced me to play it because he wanted someone to play with. And I was like, he's like, it's free month, dude. Just free month, play it for the month, free month, you see what you think. I got it. I played it. And I'll be honest, I don't know, if you're asking me what it did differently than other MMOs that hooked me, I don't know. I can't put into words what, like, snagged me. But I played it, and I instantly was like, I want to keep doing this. I want to keep playing more, and I've done so for the past 8 years. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think this is a great game. It's sucky right now you can't do the trial. Well, actually, no, that's not true. You can do the trial, but you can't make a new account. If you had an existing account, you can still do the trial, but only like during non-peak hours. But I don't think they allow you to make a new account, though. I think you could try though. But yeah, they still let free trial people play, but only during non-peak hours, like right now. But once they open that all back up again, I say it's absolutely worth the time. I've loved this for so long. No, you can't even buy the game. Yeah, it's completely shut down right now because they're having so many problems with their servers. Liz speaketh the truth. She absolutely do. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this and that, this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Etheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the damn bunnies and their hopping puns. Hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails to force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up for the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me! Everyone says the first 60 days. See, people say... okay. I'm not going to try and just vehemently defend everything about the game. Yes, there are some boring parts of it and stuff like that, but the first 50 levels, not 60, the first 50 levels of the game, there are parts where it does drag. This is true. But here's the thing. People say that, and yet, like I said, those first 50 levels were the thing that made me go, I need to play this. I love this. So when people say like, oh, Realm Reborn was its worst, I'm like, how? That was the thing that got me to play this over other MMOs. So, I don't know. But from 51 to 60 was the game's first expansion, Heavensward, which, to this day, is still my favorite expansion. Like, as far as story goes, content, the new jobs it introduced between the Dark Knight, the Astrologian, and the Machinist. Well, maybe not Machinist as much. I'm not that big on Machinist, but, you know, 51 to 60 was amazing. One of the things I found in the first expression was the video I put up. If I had to say that, like, the one bad thing about A Realm Reborn, the first base, you know, levels 1 to 50, is after you finish its first story, it does have a lot to get through to get to Heavensward. Like, they push a lot of content, and it does feel like a grind. But that doesn't make it bad. It's just, it's like, it's just one of the things where you're sitting there going, man, the story's still going. Holy crap. Good, you're here. Through this door is the greatest Endsvale. It was named as such because it is the veil to the end all veils. The most beautiful forest you'll ever see. Forest? We understand the people of Etheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. Okay, we will do that. GG Liz, I'm a stoop? What? Oh, I see. Oh, you're fine, you're fine. I'm not seeing a forest. Does this bunny know what a forest is? Reading Way. Hey, look, Grinding Way! This is the one that plays MMOs. Learning Way. Oh, well, clearly that one's not on Twitter. They dye my hair black, but still a blondie underneath. You're fine, Liz. You're fine. Again, yeah, I don't think... Oh, wait, there's some... Wait a minute. Are those trees shaped like eggs? Are they Easter bunnies? And those ones are shaped like silos. These are not natural spaces, dude. You all don't understand what natural is. You've lived exclusively on this moon. You have no idea what a forest is, do you? I had no idea you were a blonde, Liz. I hadn't a clue. Although I do love the fountain. That's a big-ass fountain. Again, why are all the machines for this place that's supposed to be catering to people hostile? So, what do you think of the forest? Is it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? Didn't see it. Wait. You know this? Just as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long way. What? Let's go with that. Let's be honest with the dude. Huh. You're pulling my tail. You're in the forest right now. I knew this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, the place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest on Ethris. This is true. I know this to be true. I know some people who do. No, what? The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning the top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. Okay, I think I'll do a nice big old stretch there. Stretch. There we go. I haven't for, God, going on 10 years now, but I have played D&D in the past. I haven't, let's put it this way. I haven't played since 3.5. If that gives any indication. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with somebody from Ethris. Could we maybe... Oh, how could I say no to that boopable little nose of yours? You will? Oh, be still my quivering whiskers. I knew it because of the RP. Well, it's not so much the RP as much as it is, I have a... Don't tell anybody, okay? Just secret between us, okay? It's not like this is being recorded that anyone can watch at any time or anything. Shh. Secret time. I aspire to be a voice actor someday. Now, I know I'm not very good, but it's still a dream of mine. So, shh. Growing Way is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Growing Way behind by... Do they need to tell us that every time we do one of these little quests? Alright, little dude, come on. Thank you, Liz. But I know my shortcomings. But who knows? Maybe someday I'll get lucky. Thank you, Thanax. Thanathax. I was thinking, Warren, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little bit about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task, furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. You're old. You're 6,000 years old. And hold on. Optional spot. Give me a second. I must take all the spots. This is the only chance we'll get. Ask if you can taste... Taste the rainbow! Feel the rainbow! Enix, you bastards! Oh my god! Oh my god, no! Oh my god, no, 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 no! Yes! Yes! Oh, I love it! Hold on, damn it. The giggles got me. Hold on. Damn it, I can't stop. Nope. Nope. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Damn it, I can't stop. Okay. Okay, now that's getting harder to breathe. It's easier to stop laughing. Thank you, asthma. Okay. Okay. Well, Growing Way, can I taste the rainbow? What? No! I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Etheris, but we do not eat them. And certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, ice, earth, water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Hydaelyn's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Etheris. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example, but put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface of the moon is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Please tell me there's more. Where's there more? I need more talkie points like that. Oh my god, I can't see right. Ooh. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish it started sooner. Who would have thought that we'd be near... Right. Who would have thought we'd need... Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Etheris. The Elegant's mischief, I think. Ah, Dalamud. Yes. Damn it, don't start. Don't start. Don't start. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us... The fuck was that? What was that noise? I can't tell you how relieved we were when Hydaelyn informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. I want to taste the rainbow and feel the rainbow. Can I get up to that spot? Is that a talkie spot? Oh, there's more talkie spots. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that they're massive crystals and not trees. They all have little orbs on them. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Oh yeah, look at that. Also, that's not a hint. That was just giving me the answer. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in this great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight. Or rather, a close approximation of it. Ah, so we can get the perfect tan. Good. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is the greatest. If you gotta give these Loperids something, they are proud of their work and are going to be very upset when people with different tastes and designs and desires show up here to criticize them. I don't think they've ever been criticized or critiqued ever. They might not take well to it. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion system and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day peoples of Etheris. Why not go and visit Etheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden! It is forbidden! It is the East Wing! It is forbidden! Were our technologies or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous! Oh, the laughing really kicked up my asthma. Shit. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hygelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseech her to find people on Etheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Oh, my throat's all raw now. Oh, I got a raw throat. Okay. Okay. Damn it, don't start. Don't start, Featherhoof. Don't you start. Nope. Last one. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited. Oh, and waited. Hopefully Hayden would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and although her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. They're talking about the person who founded Charlian. I guarantee you. I can't remember their name right now. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like Greatest Ensvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. Aw, I feel good about myself now. I made the bunny feel good. There you are. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour? A shame we missed it. Grubbingway, I've been looking all over for you. Ooh, someone's in trouble. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now, come along, Growingway. Yes, Flax, something did happen. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? Yes, that. What he just said. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointment hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness. But still, it remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are as many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Or if they have no intention of telling anybody and just plan on taking themselves like selfish little bastards because they're Charlian. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. I'll do it. I'm good. Take me home to my bunny-filled, new home. I'll take it. Because it's all bunnies and they're cute. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There was another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you. We can accompany you if you like. Nay, they will not be necessary. That one. If you will excuse me. And we're not going to say a damn thing, are we? Nope. It is clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparations for the evacuation of Etheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections. And I trust I am not alone in my reticence. Yeah, I don't think Thancred's going to just sit by and let Reen and Gaia and everybody of the First just, like, die. And I doubt Graha would be, I bet he would be equally reticent. Back to old tricks. Did Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Ishtola and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him. Well... Ooh. Whoa, what's going on over there? Oh, we got a Reaper fighting something over there. Okay. Urianger, what are you doing? You being naughty. I think he's being naughty. Mopping way. Oh, you poor bastard. That ring. I do too. Damn, my throat. Fuck. I may have to end this stream soon just because I don't think I can talk for much longer after laughing so hard. I mean, I gotta end it soon anyway, but I think I might be ending it sooner than later just because my throat can't handle much more. I taste the rainbow. Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestway's burrow. Is that a fact? Whee! Yoink. No more drinking. Urianger ventures off into Mare Lamatorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Oh no, not another follow mission! Follow missions are... the only thing worse than a follow mission is an escort mission. Yes, yes, yes. I know the shtick. I just want to hide here. Hey, Argus. Be a good pupper and stay the fuck quiet. Hide behind the rock, hide behind the rock, hide behind the rock. Go on. Turn around like I know you're going to. Yep, there it is. You see nothing? He probably sees my spears poking up from the top there. Get to the rock, get to the rock, get to the rock, 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 rock. There we go. Go on, turn around. I know you're going to turn around. Just turn around. He's not going to turn around? Really? Oh, fuck me. Huh. Help up. Thought so. I knew it. Ha! Damn it. He senses somebody behind him. Fuck. No, 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 no. Aha! I knew it. Don't run! Don't run! Do not run from my love, Urianger! Rocks. They're here for a reason. Or not. Fuck! Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there. Yay!
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
Thank you.
Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume?
Yes. Except for that the last part. I got interrupted on that one.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity.
Shame on you.
And Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy.
Oh yeah, in
But
that
I
time
could say
too.
the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade and Flamine her beloved daughter.
No. You blame yourself for too much, Bo.
Two souls whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest.
Well, see, there you go.
But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs.
Well, it's like you said, they were going to do it regardless, so...
That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction.
Moonbreeder.
Dearest Moonbreeder.
Told you.
Who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation.
Are you going to work against us, Orianche? Do I have to stab to death you?
Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Let's not bring math into this, okay? I left algebra behind in high school, thank you. Would there be a time to weigh the costs? Have faith in... I'm gonna go with that one.
Sage counsel indeed.
Yay!
I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement.
Oh, that must have come from Midgar Swarmer.
Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
Congratulations. Who's a snooping? They's a snooping.
Curse these ears! I've had bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Oh, you gonna be sneaky bunnies. Am I gonna have to stabbity death a cute bunny? Don't make me stabbity death a cute bunny. I'll do it. If needs be, I will do it. In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own. A plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone. That failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? I want to keep going, but you know what? Like I said earlier, my throat is proving painful right now with the with that outburst of laughter. So I'm gonna take a moment. We're gonna hit up the gold saucer real quick, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Almost, and also because I do need to get to bed for work later. So, yeah. Oh, what's going on right now? Fuck. Okay, fine. We'll do a leap of faith. I'll create some ass diamonds. Yep. It's the ass diamonds one. Boing. Mine, please. Said mine, please. Thank you. Yep. I don't like this thing here because it's very tall and the ground is way over there. Oh god, I thought I went too far. Ah! Ah! Oh! Ay, caramba, no. Oh, I hate heights. I hate them so much. I really hate them. Oh, that guy's dead. Hit him. Hit him. Hit him. And I hit him. And I hit him. Nothing up there. Oh boy, I always hate these ones. Yep. Yeah. Hand it. Okay. Okay. Okay, we doing it. We doing it. I had to. Ooh. Okay. And it. Ooh. And it. There we go. Oh. Okay. Still missing a silver and a bronze somewhere. Oh, there they both are. Need it. Oh. I don't like it. There we go. Now where's the gold? Oh, down that guy went. No, seriously, where's the gold? Oh, there it is. Straight ahead. All right. Ooh. I don't like. Oh, fuck me, I hate these ones where it's so goddamn close. It's hard to judge. Ooh. Oh, ooh. Okay, hold on a minute. Can't look at this for a second. Okay. Okay, there we go. Aha! Yay! Christ almighty. Why does it have to be like that? Yeah. There we go. Yay. Half hour till the server reset. So I better get in my daily, my dailies now. Or miss out, you know what I mean? Damn. Triple damn. Alright, let's go with that one, I guess. Oh, that wasn't bad. Cool. Haha! There we go. 10K. Love it. Shuba? Hadaba? Madubi? Ooh. Oh. Okay, that's still not bad. It's not... Oop, no, not you. There we go. Okay. So let's, I mean, come on. If we're going to end the stream, we got to go someplace proper, like. We got to go back to my home and lay our weary head to rest. We can't just, stop anywhere. I mean, come on. Psh, like I would do that. Oh, that's right. The Christmas event's going on right now. Shit. I guess I have to do that tomorrow. God, look at all the glitching I did. Look at all this glitching I did. I didn't even finish it. I still got these buried areas up here. I still didn't put anything in. Where's the doze? There's the doze. There we go. So let's end the stream here. We'll talk about the tomorrow and Multiplayer Saturday in a minute. But before we get to that, let's talk about what we do at the end of every live stream. Plug time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and everything in between, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please consider stopping over at my Patreon, patreon.com/featherhoof_gaming, where for just a couple bucks a month, not only can you help support the channel, help it grow, help me get better equipment for the studio and whatnot, but you get something back in return, from exclusive access to a Discord chat, early access to videos, exclusive patron-only unedited versions of videos, being a voice on multiplayer Saturdays, stuff like that. Give it a look if you have a chance, but if none of that entices you, you could maybe subscribe to this channel right here on Twitch, which instead will give you the ability to kill ads, because let's face it, who doesn't love killing ads? And it gives you access to the emoticons being spammed by Liz over there, with more coming. I promise they are coming. Also remember, if you're an Amazon Prime or Prime Gaming subscriber, you can subscribe to one channel every 30 days for free, so why not make it this one? Costs you nothing extra, kicks a little bit back to the channel, and you still get access to the emoticons, so win-win. But if you have absolutely no money to spend, I understand. Money can be tight, I get that. But you can still support the channel for free. Absolutely free. Absolutely nothing. First off, by sharing it. Letting people know the channel is here, letting them know what we do, help grow the community. Because the bigger the community, the more we can do with more people. And feedback. Feedback and constructive criticism helps out immensely. Keeps the channel growing, keeps it moving forward. More importantly, keeps it from moving backwards. And you can do so when this episode shows up on YouTube later. We're in the comment section below. You can let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, things you'd like to see more of, less of, or just other games you'd like to see played on the channel. And that is my shtick. That is my spiel. I'm out of here for today. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with, hey, Final Fantasy XIV Friday. Because it's Final Fantasy XIV every day right now. And multiplayer Saturday. I'm still debating. On a couple of different things. But right now, like the thing that permeates my mind the most is good old-fashioned prop hunt. It's been a while since we did that, and I was going to do that that weekend that my car got destroyed by that effing deer, and then I lost the will to stream that night. So we never did get to do that. So I think I'm leaning towards that. So maybe we'll do that. We'll see. But come back tomorrow, Saturday, to find out. And we'll hang out together, play some more 14, play some multiplayer Saturday on Saturday. And hopefully have a good time together. But until then, I'm going to end this tonight. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had fun. I always enjoy hanging out with you. Thank you all for stopping by, hanging out with me. For embracing the cuteness of the Loporrits until they started getting sneaky. So we'll see how that turns out. Until then, take care. Have yourselves a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, or sleep, whichever one you're heading towards. And I will see you all next time.